Good morning and God bless you. How are you all? Are you studying well? Are you enjoying pictures and definitions? Sitting at home without wearing uniform? But I'm missing school life. And I pray and wish that we will all be gathering very soon and we will assemble in our school again with joy and happiness and lots of energy. Today we will learn about the measurement of mass and time. This is lesson number 5 from chapter number 2, and your teacher is the same. Measuring mass is not only measuring rice, milk, and weighing ourselves on the meter scale, but it's about measuring tons of masses every day in engineering. When we define mass, it's the quantity of a substance which is the measure of the amount of matter in it. So, how much matter, how much mass. And the SI unit of mass is kilograms and its symbol is kg. Further units of masses are metric tons, kilograms, grams, and the smaller unit milligrams. And their interconversions. 1 metric ton is equals to 1000 kgs and 1 kg is equals to 1000 grams and 1 gram has 1000 milligrams in it. So we are measuring very lighter objects and very heavier objects. You know, each grain of rice that we eat has the mass of about 0.02 milligram. The apple we eat weigh around 40 to 50 grams, but the gigantic elephant weigh about 40 tons. Now the instruments which measure mass. Previously, these balances were used, and this beam balance on which it's very harder to take the reading. We put our object here and the scale moves and we read the measurement. Now electrically designed run instruments are available which are called as electronic balancers. You know, the advantage of using electronic balance is it tells us the mass up to the 1000th part of the gram. It's very accurate measurement. It's the latest instrument. Now another measurable quantity is time. You know, time provides us with a measure of change by putting dates on moments, fixing the duration of events and specifying which event happened before which other event. In order to do that, some method of time measurement is needed. And measuring period of time is always useful in our daily life. It is very useful to know that the time you are connected with other people, with other things, like how much time is required to boil an egg, and how much time you're walking on the street, and how much time you're sleeping, how much time spent on studies and other activities. So it is very useful in our daily life as well as when we are working in labs and industries and other areas. The time is a very useful tool which justifies our profession. Many units of measuring times are available, such as we often measure a very long period of time as a millennium, centuries, years, day, minute, and seconds. But the SI unit of measuring time is seconds. We often, when someone asks about the existence of human being, we call as a millennium and century. But when someone asks our age, we use years. When someone asks about the time we are breathing, we are not breathing in underwater during swimming, then we don't use the millennium unit. We use the perfect unit of minutes or maybe seconds. So different units are used on the basis of how much span is asked. Like other physical quantities, we have certain and very special instruments. You know, the first sundial was used and made by Egyptians in in the year 800 BC, and the sun casts a shadow on this beam, and with the help of this shadow, one decides what time is on. Then hourglasses were also introduced, commonly used clocks and wristwatches. Now we are also using stopwatches. This is a mechanical stopwatch which consists of two scales. The minute scale in the center and the second scale which is in a big circle on the face of the watch. You know, the minute scale tells us the minutes and the bigger one tells us the seconds. And with the passage of time, electronic stopwatches are also introduced. And you know, the accuracy of stopwatch, electronic stopwatch is 0.01 second. Now this is today's assignment, that different countries are having different times. We sometimes when we go on the airports to drop our neighbors or anyone, relatives, we see different clocks are there showing different times in different countries. So why time is different in different countries? Just Google this question, or you can ask your parents or your siblings. Just think about it and ink out the answer and send it to me. Thank you, class. Read the chapter thoroughly, read the topic thoroughly, understand the concept, and then write the answer. Thank you. God bless you. See you tomorrow.